This is Black Wall Street Chronicle, and we're back at it again. Thank you for listening to my podcast. Today's episode, we're going to talk about how the hashtag MeToo movement is still in full effect. 3 celebrities have been accused, and I'm going to do a deep dive on these 3 celebrities. But before we get started, I would like to make an announcement. Anybody that wants to support, you can click on my link on the bottom. It is a YouTube membership badge. And if you're not able to sign up to any of my YouTube membership badges, be sure to like and subscribe and watch this content on my YouTube page. I have over 7 seasons of content that talks about various issues that deal with true crime situations and deal with politics and Black culture. So, let's get started. The first celebrity that I will talk about that was accused of sexual assault and had to pay a $4 million sexual settlement is a hip-hop artist by the name of Soulja Boy. Tell him. I'm going to read an article in People's Magazine that tells more about the situation. Soulja Boy found liable in a $4 million sexual assault lawsuit filed by former assistant. Story by Rachel DeSantis. It's an article in People's Magazine. Crank That Soulja Boy rapper, who was denied all claims against him, was sued in 2021 by his former personal assistant. Rapper Soulja Boy has been ordered to pay his former assistant nearly $4 million after he was found liable by a California jury in the lawsuit she filed in 2021. Excuse me. Alleging that the star sexually assaulted her and held her captive. Soulja Boy's accuser, who's identified only as Jane Doe, was awarded just over $4 million in compensatory damages on Thursday, April 10, 4 years after she sued him for allegedly violently attacking her. Second phase of this trial will now determine punitive damages. The district attorney never filed charges. I was never charged or convicted of this criminally, the rapper told Rolling Stone. So to be accused of this civilly is beyond me. I've never done any of these things they're accusing me of. I just feel like this is very unfair. Soulja Boy, aka DeAndre Cortez Way, was sued by the woman in January 2021 after he allegedly assaulted her and failed to pay her for her work as his personal assistant, among other accusations. According to her complaint, which is obtained by People, Doe began working for the Kiss Me Through the Phone rapper, 34, in December 2018, under the agreement that she received $500 a week for her services, which included cleaning, cooking, and more. Less than a month later, Doe says Soulja began sending unsolicited pictures of his penis, and though they started a brief consensual romantic relationship, it soon turned violent, the lawsuit alleges. In a complaint, Doe lists a number of alleged instances in which he harmed her, including one occasion when he punched her in the head so hard that she lost consciousness, and another in August 2020 when he attacked her so hard that she thought she was going to die. The complaint also accuses the rapper of locking her in her room without hot water for 3 days and of sexually assaulting her on numerous occasions. The woman previously reported the alleged abuse to the Ventura County Sheriff's Office in December 2020. Through the agency told Rolling Stone several months later that it declined to file charges against Soulja due to its insignificant evidence. We're happy our client was vindicated and the jury believed that her claims of physical and sexual assault. Those attorney Ron Zambrano said in a statement on Thursday, we're looking forward to moving on to the punitive damages phase of the case. This is a shame because I like Soulja Boy's music. You know, he's known for one of the first rappers that got famous utilizing the internet, and he basically changed the game on that front. He has very fun dances like Super Soaker and all that other stuff that he likes to do. He's known as a businessman, as a guru. He has these little things going on where he sells game systems and stuff. This is actually very sad that he had to pay up all this money. But, if he really did these things, the victim has the right to receive that $4 million. To be fair, this is a civil trial. He's not accused of doing anything criminally. So he's still innocent in a court of law. Now let's talk about the second celebrity. Stand-up comedian from the UK by the name of Russell Brand. I have an article here, People's Magazine, that was written by Becca Lawmeyer. And the title of the article is Russell Brand believes he could also face criminal charges in U.S. after being charged with rape and sexual assault in the U.K. The actor is facing a civil sexual assault case in the U.S. have been in the U.K. following accusations that he raped and sexually assaulted multiple women. Russell Brand believes he could face criminal charges in the U.S. after being charged with rape and sexual assault in the U.K., according to his lawyer. The comedian actor is facing a civil sexual assault case in the U.S. after a woman previously accused him of sexually assaulting her in a bathroom and exposing herself to her on the set of the 2011 movie Arthur. Brand has denied the allegations against him, according to reports. Russell Brand believes he could face criminal charges in the U.S. amid a civil sexual assault case after being charged in the U.K. by police following allegations that he raped and sexually assaulted multiple women. On Friday, April 4th, the Metropolitan Police confirmed Brand, 49, had been charged with 1 count of rape, 1 count of indecent assault, 1 count of oral rape, and 2 counts of sexual assault following an investigation by detectives that began in 2023. The charges relate to 4 women. The comedian and actor will appear at Westminster Magistrates Court in London on May 2nd, police said. Brad denies the allegations against him, UK newspaper The Times reported. Brand is also facing a separate civil sexual assault case in the U.S. after a woman named only as Jane Doe filed a lawsuit against him in 2023 in the Supreme Court of the state of New York, Suffolk County. The case accuses him of sexually assaulting her in a bathroom and exposing his penis to her on the set of the 2011 movie Arthur. According to an anonymous woman's affidavit, which was previously obtained by People, in submitting with her court filing, the film star appeared intoxicated, smelled of alcohol, and was carrying a bottle of vodka on set on July 7, 2010. He then reportedly exposed his penis to her in the full view of cast and crew, as well as employees of the movie's production teams and Warner Brothers. The woman also claimed, per the affidavit, that later that day, Brand sexually assaulted her in the bathroom as a member of production crew guarded from the door from the outside. The woman alleges she was booked for the movie for 3 days, but was not brought back for the second or third day. It was only played one day of work following the alleged assault. Brand's lawyer, Mark Corcoro, appeared before a judge in the New York Supreme Court last week as the court prepared to hear the sexual assault allegations against Forgetting Sarah Marshall star per the Times. Corcoro said Brand had a reasonable belief criminal prosecution is possible in the U.S. based on the allegation tantamount to criminal sexual misconduct occurring in the U.S., of the which he has been falsely accused both by a civil plaintiff and several others through the media, the outlet noted. The Person on Sunday, Warner Brothers is willing to hand over the outtakes and other footage amid the case, citing legal documents. The paper stated that Brand's lawyers tried to suspend the woman's civil claims proceeding amid the UK reports. Brand's U.S. lawyers suggested that there might be an overlap with the criminal case in the UK, adding that Brand did not want to say anything that might incriminate him in the UK proceedings. However, Judge Shlomo Hagler rejected the request, the paper reported. Brand and Warner Brothers, who was also named in the defendant of the case, denied the allegations, the outlet noted. Filming the 2011 movie Arthur, which starred actors including Greta Gerwig, Helen Mirren, and Jennifer Garner, took place in Los Angeles. LA police has said that they don't have an open investigation into Brand, per the Times. As well as the recent charges, 5 women in the UK, 4 who remain anonymous, and 1 who was 16 years old, previously came forward to accuse Brand in a joint investigation by the Sunday Times. The Times and Channel 4 Current Affairs showed dispatches in September 2023. Before the accusations in an investigation by the Times and Channel 4, which are alleged to have taken place between 2006 and 2013, were made public, Brand addressed them in a video posted to social media on September 15, 2023, in which he denied them. Lawyers from Brand and his representative and Los Angeles police didn't immediately respond when contacted by People for additional information on the U.S. case. People has also reached out to a lawyer representing Warner Brothers but did not immediately receive a response. Now here's the third celebrity who's been accused. Jean-Claude Van Damme, one of my favorite action stars. It says here in the article, foxnews.com, by Lauren Overholtz. Miss Overholtz, if I'm pronouncing your last name incorrectly, I apologize. According to the article, the title, Jean-Claude Van Damme hits back at grotesque sex trafficking allegations. Jean-Claude Van Damme called the sex trafficking allegation against him absurd and grotesque. Van Damme has been accused of knowingly engaging in sexual encounter with a group of sex trafficking women, according to multiple reports. We have become aware of articles that allege affair and kings involving Mr. Jean-Claude Van Damme. The reported facts are both grotesque and non-existent. Patrick Grovek, the actor's agent, told Fox News Digital. Mr. Van Damme does not wish to comment or view this rumor, which is absurd as is unfounded, the statement concluded. The statement has been translated from French. A criminal complaint against Van Damme detailing the allegations was filed with the Romanian Directorate for Investigating Organized Crime and Terrorism. Romanian outlet Antena 3 reported. Several Romanians who are currently being investigated for forming a criminal group and pimping allegedly offered Jean-Claude Van Damme 5 Romanian women, photo models in Romania, for him to have sexual relations with. The person who received these benefits knew of their condition, attorney Adrian Clutelis told the outlet. The alleged encounter occurred in Kings, where Van Damme received a gift of 5 Romanian women, reporting knew that they were victims of a sex trafficking ring. Kukalis explained that the women were in a state of vulnerability with the suspicion that they would exploit it, according to Attendant 3. The next step in the case would be for the High Court of Cassel in France to sign off on criminal proceedings before each subject would be required to give statements in Romania. Van Damme gained fame in the 80s with his breakout role in Bloodsport. The Belgian actor quickly became known for his action films, including Universal Soldier, Double Impact, and Street Fighter: The Kickboxer. The 64 movie star has 2 projects currently in pre-production after starring in The Gardener in 2025. Listen, this is the Jean-Claude Van Damme thing comes out of nowhere. He doesn't seem like the type that will take advantage of women at all. A lot of women used to love Jean-Claude Van Damme back in the day because, he's a phenomenal martial artist. He's considered to be very handsome and keeps himself in shape. Now, Russell Brand, unfortunately, there's been allegations about that guy for years. I understand that in the United Kingdom, there's no statute of limitations in the UK, so he could get in trouble over here. But, here in the United States of America, like Soldier Boy, he could get hit with a silver suit. This is actually very crazy that these accusations are still happening, even though the Me Too movement and the Time's Up movement is saying that the buck stops here. Well, I will keep a keen eye on all 3 of these stories, and I will give you further details in the future. This is Jeffrey Frazier of Black Wall Street Chronicles, and I'm signing off.